Absolutely. I recommend WSO2. One of the main aspects, no mystery. Open source, you can compile. This is good. My name is Sergio Uassouf. I work for Banco Credicoop in Argentina. Banco Credicoop is a truly cooperative bank. Our slogan, our logo is the other way to be a bank, because we have no stockholders. We are a cooperative bank. Each customer is some kind of partner of the bank, and this is probably the distinctive way of our bank. It's a retail banking, just completely retail banking, something like about 300 branches and about 3 million customers. Our customers tend to be small to medium customer, personal banking and small to medium enterprise. We use WSO2 something like from 5 to 6 years ago. We started with the open source version, and when things became more official, when APIs begin to be used in a more streamlined way, and we began to expose our APIs not only for use of internal developers, just for external customers, we began to use WSO2. I can tell that the reason, if you want, that we use WSO2, really we use the open source version a lot of time in what we call the low environment, development environment. But when things became more massive, when the API are exposed to our external customers, we could use the open source version as well. But we prefer the trust, the knowledge, the support of WSO2, the ideas as well of WSO2. Not only because of that we are afraid that something happened and we don't have the support, because really we believe that we need, that is much more convenient for us to have this kind of support. Just to name one point, we can install WSO2 in containers, in Kubernetes, by ourselves. But really to count with the WSO2 support and the tools, the utilities that WSO2 put around the open source version, really this save us a lot of effort and time and doubts and tests, so our implementation go more smoothly with the support of WSO2. Mainly with two main objectives. One is the security of the transaction. We use a key manager, some kind of a principal component to catch the incoming transactions, mainly from the companies, from this kind of API-based connection with our customer. And the other one that is taking place just in this day. Up to now, we expose our APIs to kind of entities. Few customers, something like 10 to 20, in a case-by-case based, as a standard format messages, as a self-service API used. And the other one, we have 2 to 3 entities in Argentina that consolidate connections with digital wallets, with ATM networks. So this is the 2 kind of messages that come into our core banking system. And both of them come with each one with an instance of a WSO2 API manager. I could tell in general why we need an API manager. Because we could avoid banks could avoid to have it. But really it's a matter of resources and effort. If you have a lot of technicians devoted to the management of APIs, but even if you have API manager standardized API Manager gives a cohesive front end and way of using a lot of components that you can, of course, avoid API Manager and put the components in some kind of discrete individual way, but you will work a lot more. So it's a matter of cost and benefits. And for us, benefits are much bigger than costs when we use the WSO2. We could use the open version. Yeah, we use the open version as well. Really, when we use WSO2, we are using the open source version because it's really just the same. We even compile the open version, open source version, and works perfectly well. But with the support of WSO2, mainly in our high environments, the productive environments, everything works much more smooth and at the end, cheaper. The main aspect was that WSO2 is really open source. And it's not because, the reason because we can use it for free, is that you have no mystery. As I said in the previous question, we can take the executable module and execute. We didn't do it. We took the source version, we compiled, and everything works okay. So you are completely sure that you are not tied your hands to a provider. We choose the provider because it's convenient for us, not because it's mandatory, because we are, as I said, tied in my hands to go behind this partner. This is but the main reason is that this truly open source. Other reason, this as well, the support is redundant, supportive, friendly. They are, when we call them for any kind of help or support, really we are satisfied with the attention, with the support of WSO2 local and global companies and employees. Two cases that our main two cases, probably in the future will be another ones. One is the securing transactions, the interchange of tokens between the clients that want to consume our service and our middleware and backend layers have to be completely secure. From our point of view, to be secure today is to use this kind of no API keys, no credentials, just to use tokens, JW2 tokens, and all these kind of certificates and tokens are managed with API Manager for us. That's one. And the other one, internally, we don't expose our API with API Manager. Probably we shouldn't, but we don't do it. We begin to expose our API through API Manager when with this kind of standardized and self-service external customers. And this is the other use case. Probably, now that experience is very good, we begin to wonder why we don't expose our internal APIs as well with the API Manager. Well, we are just thinking about do it. We are learning a lot, even that we have years of experience, but now the use of APIs mainly in the external way, the API to external customers, at least in Argentina, we are among the 3-4 banks that are doing this kind of thing. And I believe really that probably 2 years in the future or 3 years, no more than that, the exposition of APIs to the market will be a commodity. Every bank will have to do it. So having the WSO2 manager and having the WSO2 personnel supporting us, less our task, less difficult. I don't say easier because it's not easy. It's difficult, but it's less difficult with this kind of product and with your support. In several ways. One of them, because of the learning path of the certification, our personnel is just now we have a couple of new technician devoted to the API managers and WSO2 in general. So we are trying to certify them. Secondly, with the questions and doubts that we pose in the support center of the WSO2, that really we receive very good answers to our questions. And to put one specific that I told to you just some question ago, we have a lot of several ways to implement it. You can do it in servers, you can do it in Kubernetes, you can do it in the cloud. What is the best way to do it? We can think by ourselves, but we think better, we think together with the WSO2 support personnel. Really, we are very satisfied. We are very satisfied not only because of the technical aspects, as well because of the, I would say, human aspect. We are not friends, but we had very kind, even in commercial issues, we had very kind approach from WSO2, WSO2 as a company with us as a customer. I understand perfectly that we have a commercial objective, but our conversations and our discussion are really very, very friendly, very enjoyable. We are doing our development based on APIs. Everybody in IT of the Banco Credicoop speak about APIs, but we are doing in just kind of, for example, just to, okay, I have to make this development. What are the APIs that we have and we can reuse? They are in the documentation that had to be enhanced. They are a lot in the head of people. I believe that we have to enhance a lot about this kind of service catalog, service discoverability, to make it very much easier and much natural, that a developer don't have to ask to a specialist or to look in a documentation that is not so easy to find, comes together with the API that they need. We have a lot of hands to this, and I believe that API manager will be our companion for this kind of enhancement. Absolutely. I recommend WSO2. As I said at the very beginning, one of the main aspects, no mystery. Open source, you can compile, this is good. And what you pay is just the same version. Secondly, it's convenient for you to have a good support if the APIs will be part of your main business. So you have to count on a supportive supplier, and WSO2 is a supportive supplier.